Nothing like the heavy can. Like, plug it in there.
Get these 3 screws right here.
There you go. Oh boy. You're gonna have to kick harder than that. I'm not as light as I used to be.
Hey guys, I have some exciting news out of Wisconsin. Milwaukee Power Tool is expanding their cordless vacuum options, and they're introducing 3 M18 FUEL wet dry vacuums. They're introducing a 6-gallon single vacuum, a 9-gallon dual battery, and a 12-gallon dual battery wet dry vacuums. And it's geared to address job site cleaning, clearly. The Toolbox Buzz crew was invited down to Milwaukee for this unveiling of these vacuums, and we got a chance to actually try them out on some different scenarios and different debris and trash and dirt and stuff like that. Let's talk about durability. What impressed me the most of these vacuums was that Milwaukee improved on the common pain points and frustrations that we've all had over the years that center around wet dry vacuums and vacuum accessories and those durability issues. And they produced their version of an easier to use, trade-focused, durable solution. Improvements were made to the hoses, the connections, which are always a PIA, latches and wheels, all common vacuum failure points. As far as suction power on these vacuums, Milwaukee claims that the cordless vacuums can compete and outperform 3.5 to 4.25 horsepower corded wet dry vacuums. I can't speak to that, but I did use the vacuum on several different materials, and I was impressed with the durability upgrades as well as the suction power. The first test that I played around with was I vacuumed up sand, a lot of sand, and it worked great. After that, I actually just took the vacuum and I plunged it into this bucket full of sand, this deep, right to the bottom of the bucket, and it sucked the sand until I was finally able to just clog the hose. It was just taking so much sand it couldn't keep up, and then eventually filled the tank. But to be clear, I would never do this with a vacuum in the field. I just know better. But as a tool reviewer, I was just curious to see if this thing could do it. And it almost did. It did really well. In a job site situation or environment, I would modulate that nodule, listening to the vacuum suction, the motor, and the whine of the motor, so they're just, not going hog wild into the sand like I did. After the test, I did another one where I plunged into sawdust. I sucked up a whole bunch of pink fiberglass insulation, 0 issues. The last test was on, I think it was like 1.25 inch, 1.5 inch drywall screws. Now, the vacuum will suck up the screws, but you do have to hold the nozzle on the floor to create kind of 360 suction. None of my vacuums here in the shop or even in the field will do that well either. So this was much better than my corded vacs. All right, these vacuums have some interchangeability, and what I mean by that is the vacuum tanks, the motor heads, and the carts can all be switched around. You can easily exchange the motor heads for a more powerful suction if you want to go higher to the bigger one, or even change the tanks if you need more holding capacity. The carts, cartridge filters, accessories, and of course the batteries, the M18 batteries, are all compatible and interchangeable. All 3 vacuums have a top handle that is well connected and located, and it folds flat when not in use, which was nice. Runtime and battery usage. These vacuums all have a low and high power switch located on the front of the motor head. Of course, using the vacuum on low power is going to increase your runtime, but who really cares about that? I don't. I'm a foot to the floor and go kind of guy. I just leave it on high. Both the 9 and 12 gallon dual battery vacuums require and draw from the simultaneous use of 2 M18 12 amp hour batteries, high output batteries. The 9 and 12 gallon dual battery vacuums on max power will deliver up to about 34 minutes of continuous cleaning, and that's up to about 1,600 square feet, and up to 49 minutes, 1,800 square feet-ish on low power. What I found even more interesting than the runtime minutes, was how much material you could collect in that time on a battery charge. So the 6-gallon could pick up 170 pounds of debris per charge. And that's with a 12 amp hour battery that they used. The 9-gallon was 190 pounds, and the 12-gallon was 210 pounds of debris with the 12 amp hour batteries. To get these numbers, Milwaukee defined the debris as light debris, and they classified it as some drywall dust, sawdust, and auger bit wood shaving. So it was a lighter material. Either way you look at it though, that's a lot of capacity. And not to mention, that's about 18 or 14 tank changes, full tank changes, depending on what tank you use. Like I said, there are 3 vacuums with 4 options on this tool release. And then there's a corded version coming as well. But the 6-gallon comes as a bare tool. The 9-gallon comes as a bare tool, but also with a 8 amp hour high output batteries and a dual bay rapid charger. The 12-gallon vacuum comes with 2 12 amp hour high output batteries, and that comes with a dual rapid charger as well, dual bay rapid charger. There are 2 cart options for these. Both of the carts are compatible with all 3 vacuums. I personally found the carts to move and roll easily, back and forth, easy, nice features, 4 different storage spaces for accessories. These vacuum accessory storage areas fit 1 7/8 inch up to 2.5 inch Milwaukee accessories and their air trap trade focus accessories. And I'll talk to you guys more about their air trap accessories in the next video. It deserves its own video. Very cool stuff. There is a foot pedal at the front of the cart, and that allows for the tank removal and the vacuum removal, saving you time from having to move the tank or remove the head and stuff like that. The standard cart has 4 independently swiveling and locking reinforced casters that are non-marring. The premium vacuum cart has 2 independently swiveling locking reinforced casters on the front and 2 large wheels on the back, and is very easy to move around. You can tell the difference. Additionally, that has a 3-position adjustable handle, basically to adjust to whatever your comfort level is. Let's talk a little bit about the hose and adapter, because the hose is always a failure point in the vacuums I've owned. It comes with a standard 9-foot hose, 2-part reinforced design, and super durable with twist locks to keep it in place. It is crush, tear, and twist resistant, and has been built with an anti-static material to keep off that fine dust. You can get a 16-foot accessory hose. It's available. It's sold separately. I messed around with the hose. I actually was pulling on it and pushing it, and I put somebody sat on it for me, and I pulled and pushed it. No problems. I was really impressed with how strong it was and how well it retains its shape and flexibility. The vacuum comes with 2 extension wands, a crevice tool, a floor utility nozzle, which I use mostly, 9-foot hose, and high efficiency filter. There is a 3-piece adapter kit that you can get, also available. It has a 3-step adapters, allowing you to connect to different diameter hoses and accessories. And each one of those adapters is clearly marked with those diameters, and it connects to the tools, and easy identification. Very nice. There's a drain plug accessory as well. The vacuum does have a 2-inch drain plug at the bottom of the tank, but Milwaukee offers a drain plug accessory that has 2 options with the drain cap. So it allows you for draining the tank. Basically, the large drain cap is compatible with the 6, 9, and 12-gallon hoses, and then the smaller cap can be removed and attached for attaching to, say, like a 5/8 inch water hose. It also has, for that smaller diameter draining, the 5/8 inch, it just makes for less debris getting through and also less splashing, right? So you might want that option. As far as filters and bag accessories, the cartridge filters on these vacuums easily secure and remove with a 1/4 turn design, which is way easier and less messy than the flexible rubber attachment one of mine has, or that screw, that nylon T-nut attachment that always gets lost. The HEPA filters capture 99.97% of all particles greater than 0.3 microns, such as concrete dust, sawdust, and even drywall dust. This filter is dry cleanable. We can tap it in the dumpster or the barrel, or washable with water. There's also a high efficiency filter. A high efficiency filter will capture 99% of all particles greater than 5 microns, 0.5 microns. And that's for fine dust collection and micro particle collection type stuff that you really want to catch that drywall dust and wood or metal shavings. This filter is also dry, cleanable, or washable with water. They're all wet dry. Then there's a foam wet filter. The foam wet filter allows water basically to go through the filter, but deflects and stops debris from getting into the motor. So it protects the motor when you're soaking up nasty stuff. And that's going to increase the life of your tool as well. And this filter is clearly washable. Just wash it right out. And then my favorite was the Fleece Bags. I don't think you should run any of these vacuums anymore without the bags, but the Fleece Bags come in 3 different sizes to fit the vacuum tanks, the 6, 9, and 12. And they can be used in conjunction with any of the dry filters. The bags have a 98.5% filter efficiency and acts as a pre-filter, which actually prolongs the life of your filter and saves you money. And when you dispose them, you can just pull that tab to prevent the dust from escaping, which is nice and clean. These bags are going to be sold in pairs of 5, so it's a kit of 5 each bag. $30 for the 6-gallon, $35 for the 9, and $40 for the 12-gallon vacuum. Table 1 compliance. Let's talk about that. The vacuums are compliant with the OSHA silica regulation via objective data, not Table 1. And it's because they don't have the self-cleaning and some stuff like that. But Milwaukee will be providing documentation in the coming months. And if you're interested in reading a little more about this, I just suggest you reference OSHA's website to be safe. Look at the 1926.1153B and reference the respirable crystalline silica, and you'll be good to go. Okay, let's talk about price. I personally found the price offering pretty competitively priced for what they're offering. A little high for a wet dry vac, but way better, right? So Milwaukee offers a slew of nozzle and brush accessories, and I'll post a lot of those in the Toolbox Buzz article, the website article. Too many to list. But let me just talk about a few prices of what I talked about. So the 6-gallon, bare tool, $249. The 9-gallon vacuum, $299, and bare tool, and $699 with kitted. And then the 12-gallon vacuum, $799 kitted. Now, if you want to interchange tanks and you know that works for you, the 6-gallon tank is $79, and then $89 for the 9 and $99 for the 12-gallon tank. The carts are $79 and $149. And then you can get motor heads. You can just get the top vacuum motor head. The 6-gallon motor head is $189. The 9 and 12 are $199. HEPA filters are around $30, and those Fleece Bags are $30, $35, and $40, like I said. So overall thoughts, right? Overall, I was impressed with the new vacuums, and I'm looking forward to actually using them on the job site. So before I get inundated with questions and comments, let's address what these vacuums are missing, because I'm sure you're going to comment on, oh, it didn't have this, and I wish it had that. So let's just talk about that. This vacuum launch is focusing on improving wet, dry vacuums, not dust extractors. So you got to focus on that. So yes, there's no Bluetooth power option yet. There's no self-cleaning filter mechanism. There's no power tool outlet. There's no charging option. All of these things that I would love to see in a dust extractor and a wet dry vac if I could do it, but not really needed in a wet dry vacuum if you think about it. Also, there is no pack-out integration on these vacuums yet. They're working on it. I know they are. These vacuums do have 4 lanyard-type lashing clips that, like the automotive accessory kit they sell, will lash to that. I can absolutely see Milwaukee making a pack-out attachment to this, allowing you to stack pack-out on top of your vacuum. It's coming. I know it is. Time will tell, right? So at a minimum, I still think they need to do the Bluetooth on-off option to keep up with the whole cordless theme, because I would love to connect it to my miter saw or table saw sometimes. But rest assured that Milwaukee is working on some of these as we speak. My guess is that many of these wish list items will significantly increase the cost of all these units. So, you know, those higher prices sometimes drive production decisions. They drive our decisions. In time, I guess we'll see. Milwaukee is going to be releasing a corded power head, an AC corded power head to be used in the system, which I like that as well. One thing I can tell you for sure is that Milwaukee is already listening to our comments. They're watching what we're saying. And they're going to be watching how we use the vacuums in the field, and they're going to be planning their next step in forward-thinking designs. You can bank on that. On our next video, I'll show you some of the innovative solutions Milwaukee came out with on their air tip vacuum accessory line at the end of the hose stuff. Stay tuned. That's our next video that we're going to be putting out. I'm Rob Robillard. We'll see you next time. Take care. Please consider supporting this channel. Like the video, leave a comment, but more importantly, subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you.